Do you ever wonder if one day you'll have to flee the United States?
I mean, I think that every Jew throughout world history who has a brain and knows history has always wondered if a country that is not a Jewish state is going to eternally provide them security guarantees and full citizenship, of course. I mean, I think to think that's why the existence of the state of Israel is the single greatest guarantor of my loyalty to the United States, frankly. Right? Because Israel exists, that means the United States is going to be a more welcoming place for me, because Israel is there as a backstop in case anything should go wrong.
But I feel you try to dodge the question. So I'll ask it bluntly. Why won't you make Aliyah to the state of Israel?
Because
you can take the night to think about it, by the way.
Because the fundamental principles of the United States are good, eternally good, and worth upholding. And my fight to do that as a Jew is deeply important, not just to people who are not Jewish, but particularly to Jews. So in other words, my Jewish mission does not conflict with my presence in the United States, or my citizenship in the United States, or my loyalty to the United States.
Shouldn't Jews live in the state of Israel?
Shouldn't all Jews live in the state of Israel?
All the Jews.
Jews should live where they can do the most, where they can be a light to the nations. And for me, as a person with millions and millions of followers in the United States, promoting what I think are values that are eternally good, living in the United States is a point of I think, morality for me.
You want to be in the room where it happens? To be a candidate for a vice president, president?
That sounds like hell. Number one, running for office is a garbage business. You have to ask a bunch of people that you don't care very much about for large sums of money in order to run a campaign in which you have to fib about your core positions. And then if you win, you have to hang out in Washington, D.C. with politicians. All of this sounds horrifying. My life is pretty wonderful. I get to spend nearly all my time with my family. I get to say what I want for a living, and I get to pay, and I'm paid richly for doing so. So I'll stick with that at least until... I'll stick with that at least until I'm 38 right now. I'll stick with that at least until I'm of the average age of our president, so that gives me like 7 or 8 decades.
But I didn't hear a no. Okay.